to our CEO Dialogue. Today we are talking about what real global partnerships look like. It's beyond price comparisons and focus on trust, capability, and long-term commitment. Let's dive in. Hi, Tom. How long have you been partnering with Yateks?
I think it's about 7 years.
Can you describe what was the context when you first came across Yateks and what core needs were you trying to address at that time?
Core needs. Well, at that time, 7 years ago, but we've been in business for 45 years. We're non-destructive testing, remote visual inspection instrument company with a full product line. But at that time, we had a big hole in our product line. We were out seeking a video probe manufacturer with the various accessories and what have you. And Yateks looked like a real good candidate to go research.
Okay, I have another question for you, Tom. Before working with Yateks, do you have any concern or stereotype about products made in China?
I think for anybody who's going to buy a product, their quality is a big issue, and after-sales service is a big issue as well. With China being so far away, it's got to be an objection in any sales process. So those two things weigh pretty heavy on my mind.
Hello, George. As a Chinese manufacturer, are you aware of this stereotype, and how does Yateks choose to address them directly?
Yes, of course. We just care about the quality and our team capability. And we pay more attention to the customers' concerns. We are very transparent, and we always work with our customers to try our best to improve. And we are standing behind results over time.
Tom, was there a decisive moment you realized that Yateks was more than just a typical supplier?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a time that whole process of trying to find somebody to represent and work with, those two major concerns I already mentioned about quality and after-sales service they're serious. When I finally got the opportunity to visit the Yateks manufacturing facility, I witnessed firsthand the amount of energy and I should say the testing procedures that they did for every aspect of their instrument was quite impressive. I mean, it was right from the components that were used to the final product and its performance. They didn't miss anything. But that moment that made a difference was covered that second concern, after-sales service. George offered me the electrical schematics, the drawings of the product, the testing and assembly instructions. When I had that in my hands, I knew I could build my own sales service center in New Jersey to handle all of North America. Those things went away. This is good. That was the moment.
Thank you. Tom, from your perspective, what truly differentiates Yateks in terms of technical capabilities?
I think that would have to be design. I think they're way ahead of all the others out there. I've been on board 7 years, and if I go, again, back to that starting time, the P series was out there. And it was, it's a large screen instrument on a desktop with a full line of probes to encompass almost all applications. To today, there's the new Rialta, and that is a 2 megapixel instrument with measurement capability and AI capability. They're just way ahead of their time.
Hello, George. Within Yateks, how do you make that commitment to customer every single day?
Yes, we have commitment to our customers. This commitment including quality and delivery quantity, delivery time, and training and of the service we have care. We should care about more about the quality. We define the task in our internal who will responsible for this task, who will check it, and we do our every detail very careful. And we have a very strict process from new products R&D, also MBI, and also training and of the service procedure. Not just when it is delivered, just when it is delivered.
Okay. Thank you. Tom, why do you choose Yateks as a long-term and such close partnership with Yateks?
Well, that takes me back those 7 years. A long time is a long time.
Yeah.
And back in the day when we were looking for that partner, George was really open to the idea of allowing Intertest to represent his products, represent the company name in North America. Very different than what other suppliers were doing at the time. I had the belief, and George had the belief that, blending our people, blending our abilities, it would totally make us stronger to go to market that way, faster to go to market that way. That's what we chose to do. And we built this alliance. And to build an alliance, you got to have trust, you got to have loyalty, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you're able to build something like that, you don't turn your back on it. This is something hard to build and hard to do, and we're doing pretty good. So I think it was a good call. I'm not going anywhere.
George, your perspective, how does Yateks choose an ideal long-term partner?
Yes, Yateks has many good long-term ideal partners in the world, including Intertest, a very good partners in the North America. And we select partners who is care about quality, communication, and cooperation, not just price. And a good partner means we work together, we growing up together, and we creating values to our end users, and not just buying and selling.
Okay, great. Thank you. Tom, if you will give some advice to other overseas clients in working with Chinese manufacturers, what would it be?
The world is getting smaller.
Yeah.
I had a couple of concerns when we started talking about this, about quality and about after sales service. The world is getting smaller. Everybody's communicating easier, getting deliveries faster, trained well on what needs to be done and what's the proper thing to be done. Communication is getting very easy with different apps and video chatting and what have you. The gap is very closed.
Yeah.
The cultures are blending today. I don't think there's much of a problem. If it's Chinese, if it's Japanese, if it's Korean, I'm a sales company. We can get things done quite fast.
George, how would you like overseas markets to rethink Yateks, or perhaps even rethink Made in China?
Yes, for very long time, Made in China means not high quality. But at this time, and I hope people to change his mind and to see what we have actually done. And in China, in fact, during these years, many companies have made much progress, such as Huawei, such as the DJI, to make the junk. And they have very excellent R&D team, very excellent engineer, and they have made excellent products. So, and made in China have made much progress. So this company, including Yateks, also have much progress. So made in China, especially made by Yateks, now means very good quality and controlled process, and every detail we have pay more attention to. So we don't want to put Yateks as a very low cost and low price supplier. We put Yateks a very the first class, the very top supplier to our customer, and to provide values to our customer, to provide a solution. And when they use our products, they don't have worry about this and don't have any risks. So I hope people to rethink made in China and to rethink Yateks. And Yateks means we can provide value, a very good value to our customer, and very safe and very not very expensive products, and no risk, and they don't worry to use it for long time.
Kong, George, can you summarize in one sentence about our today's dialogue interview?
I think I'm going to need more than a sentence. I have got to go back to the beginning when George and I had a belief that blending our companies, blending our abilities, we would stand stronger together than alone. And that's just what happened. We've been able to trust each other, totally loyal to one another, to do our jobs, do our part, and we've just become more and more capable. I think we're going to do a lot better in the future as well.
Yeah, and we hope to build further and strong trust between Yateks and Intertest.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
To do more contributions to our end user and customer.
Mine is, we set out to blend the companies, blend the people, to get stronger together. And that takes trust and loyalty. Yeah. And that's what we've been doing. I trust in their capability. He trusts in ours. That's loyal.
Thank you for joining this conversation. See you next time.